with only 12 staff, and we had a secretary working 12 hours a week. When the secretary left, it gave us the opportunity to relook at the role, and we knew we were moving to a children's centre. We knew that we would triple in staff size, and obviously finance would be a major issue. So we were looking for somebody who very much understood schools and how schools work, but also would be able to take the Children's Centre initiative on board and develop the role of that as alongside the school role. So we put out an advert for somebody with that in mind, really, knowing that we wanted somebody who still understood school and not coming from a different perspective. And really, because Gail was doing the course at the university, it was obvious that she did have a really good understanding of school, and the finance was really important, but also all the personnel issues which she would be taking on board. So Gail really was an outstanding candidate. She was very clued up on the issues, and it really was very easy to make the decision when we did appoint her. And she's just really flourished in the role. We actually have discovered that the role is quite different to what we expected, and we're having to already relook at Gail's job description, but we know that she's got all the skills anyway that we need to take the role forward. And she started off as an office manager, but she's actually going to be the business manager now of the Nursery School and Children's Centre. She's been totally flexible and adaptable, willing to work 37 hours a week, all year round, unlike schools, which are usually term time only. So we think that, you know, we're in a prime position really to take the team forward, and Gail's a member of the senior management team, so she's there at the decision making all the time. So we were really pleased with her role.
Hi, my name's Sheila Firmage, and I'm a final year student on the foundation degree in educational admin. I left school at 15 with no qualifications whatsoever and worked in administration for a various number of years in lots of industries. It was my line manager's suggestion that I come onto this course as I work in the university as an ACES manager in this school. I was very scared at first, but after a couple of sessions here, realised that I could do this course. I had plenty of support from this school and from my line manager, which helped me immensely. I also had the support of the tutors on the course and the Blackboard online e-learning, where I could speak to other students in the same position as me and also the tutors. This course is related to my job, so I found that the subjects were very familiar to me, and it made it easier because it was something I did on a day-to-day basis. This changed the way I work in that my reports became more detailed. I understood the terminology when I was in meetings, and I understood what the tutors were on about, which was a change. The benefits this course has been to me is that I understood my work more thoroughly, and also the life cycle of the student. When this degree is finalised, I will be able to apply for other jobs in the university at a higher level, as they all need a degree.
Hello, I'm Natalie Baker. I'm a third year student studying the foundation degree in educational administration. When I left school, I had achieved passes in 6 O-levels, and at that point in time I had no desire to continue studying, so I decided to go into employment. My first job was in an accounts department, and I stayed there for 13 years, during which I got married and had my children. The company allowed me to return to work part-time, and I was happy there for a certain amount of time. As my children began to reach school age, I decided to start looking around for a job in a school. I was fortunate enough to get one as an administrator in a secondary school. It was when I started here that I really started to get the learning bug and wanted to go back to studying. I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to do. In the past, I had always had sort of desires to become a primary school teacher, although at the age of 16 because I had decided not to continue studying. I'd sort of put that out of my mind. And then being back in a school environment really made me think, yeah, this is what I want to do. So I started to look around to see what sort of training I would need in order to achieve that. Obviously, to become a teacher, I needed an honours degree, but I had the problem of finding something that could enable me to continue working. I wouldn't have to study full time, so I could take my family commitments into consideration. And it was when I was on the internet one day and I found the foundation degree in educational administration. Initially, I thought, ooh, Huddersfield, that's quite a journey, as I live in Milton Keynes, which is down south. But it was when I realised that the day schools, it was one a month. I thought, actually, I could manage this because it's only one a month. That's 6 over the year. That would be fine. So I collated all the information together and I presented it to my manager and asked if it would be possible and whether the school would support me in this. And I was very fortunate that, yeah, they said that would be fine, and they totally supported me with it. They paid for the course, and my costs come up here to study, so that was really, really good. The thing that I really like about the course is the flexibility. It's not too demanding. You've got your one-day school, which is really nice because I've made lots of new friends, and it's people in the same sort of situation as myself, mums or people that have got different priorities as well, other priorities and commitments. So it's really nice to get together to sort of work alongside those. There's not, the only thing that is not a dislike, but you have to be careful not to fall into the trap of, is becoming isolated. Because it's a distance course, you have to be careful to keep in touch with people, but because you've got the discussion board, that sort of alleviates that problem, and you can always sort of go on there and get support from like your fellow peers and from your tutors, so that's really good. The tutors are fantastic. They're really supportive. If you've got any problems, you can contact them any time, and any assignments that you submit and you want some feedback on, if they can, the feedback is there the same day or the next day. So the support structure for the course is really good, and I think that's important. As a mature student, sometimes you need that reassurance that, yeah, you are doing the right things, everything's good. To give you that little bit of push to keep you motivated and to keep you on track, really. Plans for the future, obviously, I want to become a primary school teacher. I'm nearer to that than I ever was before. Last year I sat my maths GCSE because that was one of my O-levels that I wasn't fortunate enough to achieve when I was at school, and I was really pleased because I got a B, so that was another qualification out the way. So now I'm just looking forward to my last year here. I'm seriously thinking about coming back to then progress on to the top up so that I eventually get my honours degree in educational administration, and I would recommend the course to any mature student or younger student that wishes to follow this course of studying, because it's so flexible, and it's made my dream possible, and I'm nearer to it now than I ever thought I would be.